hell just happened?
3 games in 4 nights. Second night of a back-to-back. You guys fought through so much adversity. What does a win like this do for you guys?
It's big. You know, we started off the road trip terrible. We know we fighting for our lives right now, and every single game counts. We gotta play every single one of these games like it's a playoff game, and we came in with that mentality.
Yeah, you guys were down 18 in this game. You're going up against a defense that's beyond physical. You and LaVine combined for 80. I'm going to ask you about LaVine first. I know you've been around him a long time, but have you seen him get on a heater like he did tonight?
Yeah, without a doubt, for sure. I just told him to keep going. I was supposed to come in for him. Start of the fourth, I told Coach just leave him in. He was hot. He led us. Without him getting hot, we wouldn't have got this win that we got. So it was big. It's nothing new for me. I've seen it.
Oh, what a fun thing to witness. And you guys were shorthanded, no Keegan, no Jake, and then Malik leaves the game 6 minutes in. What was the message at the half to just rally back and keep going?
Fight for one another. We had to go out there and compete. It's tough when you got a man down. Next person got to step up. That's what we did.
Yeah, you talk about this road trip, that Wizards game, probably the low point, right? But the response since then, what was like the collective message that you guys talked about, like the things you talked about after that game that really got you guys going in the right direction?
I mean, we just came together as a team. We had to hold ourselves accountable. Every individual had to look themselves in a mirror first and foremost and understand that's not the compete level we got to bring every single night if we want to be a playoff team. And, ever since then, everybody's been stepping up.
Well, some really fun basketball these last couple of nights.
Hey,
DeMar.
wait.
What?
DeMar, be honest. Are you a little tired right now?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I love hooping.
You are a hooper. You are ready to play another 45 minutes.
Yeah. But get some rest first, DeMar. Go hit the road. Congratulations on the win.
Yep, appreciate y'all.
All right,
Man.
That's DeMar DeRozan. His 37 points in 37 minutes. 1 of 6 from three-point land, free throw line, 8 of 10. Deuce, you said it in this game. You're like, just give him the ball and get out of his way. This team, for some reason, couldn't defend so many different moves that he had going to the basket.
He was sensational, and he's been, ever since that Washington game, I mean, he just talked about it. I feel like they've been more locked in. I think the off-ball movement has been way better. You're seeing fewer times of stagnant basketball.
Yes.
And getting to your spots, knocking down shots. He dropped a little too small on Schroeder after hitting a big bucket, but his confidence level is high. 37 points for him on the second night of a back-to-back. Those two combined for 80.
Zack LaVine, what a game from him. What a performance from him.
I mean, the shot making is just tremendous. I mean, that one, you got ISO on Stu. He's like, go ahead. I'll cook some beef tonight.
Oh, good.
Bucket in his face. But, I mean, some of this was just on excellent defense, too. And that's when you know a guy is just on another level. I mean, they're throwing so many different looks at him. They're grabbing him. It doesn't matter. He showed his unique scoring ability tonight. The last 2 nights, I mean, think about the fact that he knocked down 8 of 11 from 3.
Insane.
After a night where he had 7-11 from 3. At one point in this game, the guy scores 16 straight points, Morgan.
Yeah, and I think that was something else that I said throughout this game. I was like, look, he's missing some shots, but it's the attempts I love to see. And guess what he kept doing, Deuce? He kept shooting the basketball. And when you have Zack LaVine being aggressive, good things are going to happen. And in this game specifically, like, we all got to see that for ourselves. I know you asked DeMar DeRozan about, have you ever seen this before? Him just going off on a heater. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, very cool you've witnessed that before, because, we've now have gotten little glimpses of it. In this game especially, you really got to see what he can do out there. But what it does for the team on the floor, we're getting just as excited about that third quarter. Some beautiful basketball was going down. Whatever happened, obviously, at the half, whatever was said, they just started going off. They started being even more aggressive on the offensive end. The chemistry was clicking, Deuce. I just felt like, and that's the other thing. They were taking care of the basketball.
Well, that was a big thing at the half, right? They had 8 turnovers. They end up in this game with 12. So only 4 turnovers in the second half. But I thought it was how they closed in the second quarter, right? They cut into the lead, and they got back in the game, cutting it to 10 on a 14-6 run in the final 4:35 of the first half. And then they came out, and yeah, the shot making was there, but I thought, like I said at the half, I wanted to see more physicality from the group. And they needed to force some turnovers on their own. Remember, Detroit, they had 1 turnover in the first half. They end up with 9 in the game. So they forced 8 second-half turnovers by the Pistons. Love the compete level. Man, there's so much to go over tonight. Like, we talk about the shot making, but it's also Keon Ellis. It's Devin Carter coming out and playing like a certified dog tonight.
And let's look at the Western Conference standings now, because obviously these can keep going everywhere in this league every single night. You see the Kings in that 9th spot, the Mavs right under them. Outside looking in, the Suns. Deuce, you're feeling more and more confident about that 9th spot.
You got to stick at 9. That's the key now.
I know.
Get that 9-10 matchup with Dallas at home. You'll feel solid about it. That's going to be a tough matchup. Dallas is playing so much better basketball too, you know, with AD back in the fold, and they're more healthy. But first things first, you enjoy this one tonight, and you come home and get ready for the Denver Nuggets.
You mentioned Devin Carter. I want to talk a little bit more about him coming off the bench. The Kings get the dub. We'll be right back. Taking a look at the team stat comparison. Kings get the dub 127-117. And Deuce, I love a lot of things that we see right here, but I also love seeing the second chance points from the Sacramento Kings. They had 18 offensive rebounds, leading to 25 second chance points.
That's huge. Again, that's showing kind of the effort and fight that we're talking about, especially against a team that's going to bump you. I mean, they foul a lot, too. They play a physical brand of basketball, and you can get caught up in that sometimes as a team. You can get frustrated. They did not tonight. They played exceptional.
Let's get to our Red Hawk Resort and Casino next level. Devin Carter, in this one, you and I were getting really excited on a lot of these plays back here. I just felt like he was adding that extra energy, that extra boost that you needed to see from him tonight that we haven't gotten the last couple of games.
Yeah, they needed their bench to give them something tonight. I thought they were much better in the second half. You mentioned Devin Carter, 7 points. He had 3 rebounds, a steal. He was picking up full court. And, man, we talk about the physical play of the Pistons.
Yeah.
How many times did he get mowed over tonight? Or a hard screen? Like, he took a lot of falls. He jumped right back, got back into play.
Early on in the third quarter, you see here moving without the basketball. Damn!
We're starting to see the real Zack LaVine now. He's got a little pep in his step. You can just feel it. And it's one thing with knocking down shots, but we're seeing him move without the ball. We're seeing all different levels of his game, and I think it's just chemistry forming a bit with his teammates.
It is, but I also feel like Sabonis is trying to get something different out of him that maybe other team or teammates couldn't get out of him before. Sorry, Deuce, I know you want all day, but we also have to talk about the next matchup, too. Kings get the dub. We'll be right back. Coming back home, and they're taking on the Denver Nuggets on Wednesday. And then Clippers on Friday, Suns Sunday, and the regular season is all over.
Then you get ready for the 16th. Are you going to be in Sacramento, or could you be in Dallas?
Wow. The Kings get the big old dub, and wish we could talk about it all night long, but we can't. 127-117. We'll see you all Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. For Deuce, I'm Mo. Peace out, everybody.